Let me see the laptop.
Why I like using 3D models? Yes, Clip Studio has 3D models. So if you guys are having hard times with drawing people in Clip Studio, you go all the way down to 3D. And when you go down to 3D, you go to pose and you can get yourself a little person.
You got the laptop?
Right here. You can get yourself a little guy right here and you can draw on him. Hey, welcome to the Post family. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you so very much. So you see this little guy here? You can actually move him around. You can put him like that and you can like move him any way you want to move him. And you could actually turn him to the side or whatever you want to do. And he could be your base. You know what I'm saying? I see people trace over those and I'm like, no reference, no trace. Yeah, but these are really helpful though. Like, even though, like, you know, you could do it that way. You know what I'm saying? You can go in, you can go out. You can change the angle. So like, let's say if you want to do like what do you call that, a worm's eye, and then like zoom in, you know, you could do things like that. You know, there's different things that can help you with it. Like for me, if I were using this, I would use this on a different file and then I would like look and draw. And that's because for me, I like to change up the look because I feel like this is too stiff. So like usually I would like bend the arms a little bit. Like if I were using this, I don't like doing that either. I don't like messing with the thing. Like it just, you know, you could turn the arm and all that good stuff, but I feel like personally the arm will be bended a little bit, you know, especially if you're in a more relaxed stance. I think it will like come out more. So like if you were sketching, like you would just like sketch outward, you know, because you know you wouldn't want to have it straightforward. It doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So like if you can bend that arm a little bit, I think that'd be perfect, you know? Just to bend that arm a little bit. You know? And then this hand right here, it wouldn't be like this. It'll kind of be like more forward, where like the thumb will be on this side and then the rest of the hand will be here. So like, you know, like there's things that you can do to make it feel more natural. And his back kind of looks like weird, but like, you know, even his back, you know, it'll be like more fluid backwards. And like even like his neck will kind of be back a little. His head wouldn't even come out like that. So like there's a lot of things that you will have to tweak to make him look more natural and feel great. But you had to like do those studies so that you know what works and doesn't work. I've seen Best teach me to be cool. I'm trying. I'm trying. I've seen some mangakas even use Unreal Engine in making environments. They would download the assets like a room or a vehicle and draw their characters in them. I've seen people do that too, which I do now too. Yes, thank you so much for the biddy, Zane. Give him abs to, yeah, like, you know, if you wanted to give him abs, you know, again, you have to find out the structure of a body. This is not going to tell you. This is not going to tell you what the structure of the body is. You know what I'm saying? So you know that the ribs go here. So this is the ribs, right? And then you know that the belly button is here. So you have to make 1, 2, and then 3. And then that's when you know that, you know, the rest kind of like, you know, does this thing where you can make the abs. You know? So you have to like figure that out. And then like even with the pecs, if you have abs, you definitely have, you know, man boobies. You know, you have something to show off, you know? But you have to know anatomy to be able to pull it off. You have to know these things. Because if you don't know it, you ain't gonna know that these kind of bend, right? You're gonna have just a flat ab. It's not gonna give you that bend, that roundabout that you need. So you need to know these things,
you keep
right?
saying roundabout.
Roundabout.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking about.
How was going to school for this? I never went to school for this. That's the funny part. Like learning about anatomy, I actually learned on my own. And then when I went to college for graphic design, they only taught us how to draw faster. So like you already needed to have the skill. And then you had to apply the skill. So like all this that I
How
learned.
to polish stuff. That's all.
Yeah, they only teach you how to polish things. So like, for me, learning all this, like anatomy and stuff like that, my grandmother actually taught me how to do this because she didn't want me to draw just characters. She's like, you need to learn how to draw people. You need to know how to draw structure because I want you to be everything.
Your grandma was the first art teacher.
Yeah, my grandma was the first art teacher.
Stop drawing anime characters.
She's the first one that said stop drawing anime characters, but she didn't stop me completely. She was like, you can draw your Mickey Mouse and your Donald Duck and all that, but I want you to draw people. I want to see what that looks like. So I was like, okay, and I was little. I was like 10 years old at the time. So I was like, sure. So I used to draw people. I used to watch people. I used to be in the subway drawing people, or like I used to go on the bus, draw people, watch my mom draw people, and my mom, she didn't know. She didn't know I knew how to draw till I hit 14 years old. And she was like, what the freak? You didn't draw that. So I had to draw her again so that she knew that I can draw. And she was like, this is insane. Like, I didn't even know you was like this. Drawing is for guys. And like, blah, blah, blah. Like, she made it so negative. But my grandmother always, she fixed that with the positivity. So like, every time I went over there, I was getting art supplies and all the great stuff. And it was just great.
I was drawing for guys.
Yeah, anime. I don't know. She said like if you draw real good, it was usually for guys, and it was because we grew up in New York, so Banksy and all those like real people that did like graffiti and stuff like that. Those were like our inspirations. So like, I see where she's coming from because they're mostly dudes, but it's not only for dudes.